Can we appreciate for a second? I have the red shirt, a blue headband, and purple lipstick. Like, come on. I'm on fire today. Welcome to August 16th General Hospital Recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. I'm trying a new thing where I don't have my phone in my hand. I have it there. So let's see. I feel like last time it worked really well. At Ava's. So Ava put lavender oil on Griffin's shoulder and he thanks her. She asks him what it's like to be perfect and he's like, I'm not perfect. Well, I don't know, you were once possessed by the Archangel Michael, so a supernatural reference, hey. And they talk about Claudette and Charlotte and she appreciates seeing the imperfect side of him. Griffin leaves after she drops hints that she's tired and she pours herself a drink. Ava looks in the mirror and her face is back to before the burning. Griffin is there and says, oh, you know, this is Grace, she's beautiful, and they kiss and I'm like, I know this is a dream, but I'm still not okay with it. And then Ava wakes up, but I'd be lying if I said we all haven't had that dream. Am I right? High five. Boom. Ava wakes up, Valentine calls her, and she says she doesn't believe in miracles and hangs up. And honestly, like there was like a smidge of conversation that happened before that, but like when I answer the phone, I'm just gonna be like, hey, I don't believe in miracles. Boom. That's it. Text me. I don't want to talk on the telephone. Ava can't bring herself to rip up his card though. But I just want to say, for the record, I am really proud of her for holding out and not recanting her statement just for the restoration or whatever you call it. I am really proud of her for that. So I am going to give her credit where credit is due. At the park, Christina sits with Parker. And what's the real reason she's in Port Charles? Why is she here? Why PCU? Parker honestly didn't think Christina was going to be here because she thought she'd be as far away from her parents as possible. Girl, she already tried that and look what kind of situation she got herself in. Christina says she enrolled in business school and Parker's like, I knew you'd be successful. And honestly, I don't know. I don't hate Parker. I really don't. I don't. I'm willing to see where, you know, we're going round two with this, so let's see what happens. Her wife didn't come with her. Her wife is apparently a doctor, which I feel like we might have known that, but I've probably since forgotten because we've met me. Parker doesn't want to talk about her though, like they have to set up boundaries, you know, because they are going to have a professional student-professor relationship again. Christina wants to talk about the note she left and, you know, when she tracked her down, and Christina feels like she deserves to know how it all worked out because of her involvement in all this. Parker says that it didn't work out. Her marriage is over, which it's always sad when a marriage ends. But throughout this whole journey, Parker did discover something about herself. She felt brave enough to follow her heart, and she almost reminds herself of the flawed heroines that are in the stories she teaches. Parker doesn't intend to pursue anything with Christina again. She doesn't want to see her unhappy, and Christina doesn't want her to go though. So Morgan gets brought up. Parker wanted to send something, but she didn't, you know, she didn't want to make things uncomfortable or anything like that. Losing Morgan taught Christina to be more in the moment because, you know, he was so spontaneous and just took life, you know, as it came. Christina says that she was glad to see Parker today. Also in the park, Jared meets up. Hi, new neighbors. At the park, Jared meets up with Obrecht. She thought that they were done with their business. He got what he wanted. She got what she wanted. Like, what more do they have to talk about? She thinks Hayden is in jail and he's been compensated. So really, why is he bothering her? And he says that the money never showed. So Obrecht is flummoxed. But whether Hayden gave the money back or kept the money for herself, she still committed a crime. So she's still definitely gonna go to jail, so she's still fine. But Jared is like, no, I'm still gonna collect. Like, no, just because you're getting what you want doesn't mean I don't get what I want anymore. And honestly, with this whole Obrecht thinking that if she gave the money back, there's still gonna be charges brought against her, has she met the people that she's been seeking revenge against? Like, in what world is Monica gonna pursue charges against Hayden if she gave the money back? Like, at General Hospital, Curtis finds Finn in Hayden's office. Curtis tells him not to chase her. She's gone until she decides to come back. At least Monica didn't press charges, and Finn says, well, maybe she should have. And Curtis is like, Finn, he just wants her found, not arrested, but if the police were looking for her, she'd probably already be found already. Finn tells him why he's in Hayden's office. This is the last place he saw her. They talked and she got very defensive, and then that was it. Finn wants to tell her that he's as much to blame for all of this. He did and said horrible things during detox. Why would she turn to him when he said the things to her that he said? But Curtis says that she knew that wasn't him talking during the detox. But Finn's like, no, it was all my fault. And Curtis tries to stop him from blaming himself, because that literally is helping no one. So then Jared comes in and Finn charges at him, throws him against the door, and demands to know where Hayden is. He doesn't know. He was looking for her too. And Jared keeps calling her Rachel, and Finn corrects him and is like, Hayden. And Jared's like, look, you can put a new name on a bottle of rat poison, but it'll still kill you. And then Curtis is like, enough with your whack poetry. And I was like, I have literally never been more entertained in General Hospital history. And whack poetry is like my new favorite phrase. So Jared keeps being nasty, and Curtis pulls Finn aside and it's like, let me take care of this, and just punches Jared in the face, which honestly, mood, right? Curtis is now involving himself in all this. Finn tells him Hayden says this guy loves his tennis. And Jared's like, look, I'm a victim too. Like, I don't know why I'm being treated like this. She said she'd pay me, but she's Raymond Berlin's daughter, so what did they all expect? At Kelly's, Liz makes a call to Naomi. She's trying to zero in on where Hayden could be, and then she runs into Franco. Franco's back. He was going to, and he cut his hair. He was going to surprise her. The lawsuit that he went to deal with in New York is finally settled. Plaintiffs received compensation. He had to sell a lot of his paintings, but the rest were returned to him, but he doesn't want to talk about it. She has to go to work, but he doesn't want her to go, but something is wrong. Like, something is off. So she tells him how Hayden is missing, and she needs to get to the hospital because she has work. Oprah comes in. Elizabeth gives her an attitude immediately. Elizabeth leaves. Franco knows about what Oprah did to Finn with the whole switching the samples, and she's like, hey, let's go have dessert. And he says Elizabeth is worried about her sister. Like, I can't just be go having dessert with people. And she says that it must be hard watching someone you care about get hauled off to jail. And he's like, hold on a second. Who said anything about jail? They don't arrest people for being a runaway bride. And Franco asks if she knows anything, like, tell him. And Oprah's like, no, I couldn't care less. Hayden and Finn deserves whatever happens to them. At General Hospital, Franco shows up with brownies. He thinks he knows something about Hayden. Did Elizabeth check jail? Curtis tells Jared to leave town. And Jared's like, look, what about my money? And Curtis is like, bye. Like, goodbye. Leave. Nobody wants you here. And pushes him out, and Finn wonders if he's just supposed to let Hayden go. And now, end scene. Parker and Christina pack up. Christina might sit on her class one day. Ooh. The way Finn is talking, he wants Curtis to track Hayden down. Elizabeth asks what Oprah said. There's more to the story. Oprah comes in, and she was in on this. So, things are heating up at General Hospital, let me tell you. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I will be right back with more. Okay, bye.